Yep.
Like that?
Yep. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hey, I've Got an Idea.
Yes! Hey!
Hey.
Welcome.
It is an invention podcast where my
Yes.
brother Mason and I will design a thing. I'm Luke Lessashamed Williams.
And I'm Mason Tailsteak Williams.
And
We
this
are brothers,
week,
hence the same last name there.
that's
how that works.
did you catch that?
Yes.
Did you catch that little bit there?
It's canonical.
Yeah. And what are we gonna do this week, Mason?
What are we going to do this week, Luke? We're going to... I love that you just left that out.
In that little volley, it was like evenly over to you, evenly back to me. I let it bounce out, and then you look at me quizzically, and then I don't know, form another ball and volley it again.
That is the exact perfect metaphor for how that conversation went just now. And what we are going to do is invent a cult.
A cult. So we're gonna talk
religion.
We're gonna talk this thing through, and at the end, we're gonna design your new favorite cult that you didn't know was your favorite until we said it.
Your religion that you will believe in and follow, and hopefully, give some money.
And you know what? I think it's actually more of a... How do I phrase this? I think it's actually just the truth.
Right. Well, of course, because we have the universal truth.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know that, but this is... it's gonna sound like we're kind of bumbling through the tenets of this new faith here, but it's actually just...
That's the way divine truth manifests.
Exactly. We just, it comes...
Because your minds aren't ready for it.
It spawns from observation and conversation and deep thought and reflection. And that's just what we do on this show.
It is. In such ways are the universal, the great truths revealed to mankind.
So, Mason, my brother, please please set up the bones that before we put up the flesh and the fine details. Let's what would effectively construct
Get them bones.
a cult? What do you think is worth defining as like a belief structure, or what is, start us off basically?
Well, let me ask you a simple question.
Okay.
What is the purpose of human existence?
Whew. Cheese is pretty good.
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, and jizz, like making it.
Again, kind of exclusionary to the convex half of our listeners.
Oh, well,
but
jizz is slang here.
For cheese?
No, jizz being slang for, like, ejaculate or orgasmic fluid.
Okay.
So, like, either could maybe...
Again, not everybody is going to be down with that. And for that matter, not everybody's going to be down with cheese, because some people got the whole lactose thing going on.
God, do we have to try and get the truth for everybody? Because, like...
I said human existence, man. I mean, we can exclude non-humans, but everybody who qualifies as a Homo sapiens currently, you're in, right?
Okay, so maybe we call this... I got a title before I've got the bones, actually.
Oh, you've got the title. Okay,
I've got the title. What if we called it best?
Just best?
Like, I'm a bestist.
Okay, bestism. I like it. Okay, so Conan, what is best in life? And you did not get it right. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, because he really had a bad definition for best.
Yeah. No, Lamentations of the Women. I'm not a fan.
Nah.
You want to know what's best in life?
What is best in life?
Giving us money.
This is pretty good. You had to bring this in here at episode 7 before there was any form for that.
Well, I mean, all this time I have been having the advertisements for Squarespace. That's been raking in
You know, I
quite a
think
lot
you
of.
missed the last episode, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't pay me, but this time around they did. Folks, let me tell you about Squarespace. You
Preach it!
already know. Yes, you already know them as manufacturers of fine garments and automobiles. But did you know they have a liquor division? They make alcohol as well. They just came out with a new line of premium Squarespace vodkas.
Mhm.
Very tasty. I'm actually having some right now.
Okay.
And if you want to get your hands on some of this premium booze, all you gotta do, head on over to squarespace.com/got an idea. That's
This
squarespace.com
is
slash
not.
got an
This
idea,
is
all
not
one word.
real.
Use the promo code
This is.
Gravity Falls. That's
Don't do
the
this.
promo code for it. You'll get 50% off and free shipping on any order $100 or more. Premium. I cannot stress how tasty this vodka is. I'm drinking it straight. I usually don't do that. I usually mix it with something. This is just the best goddamn stuff. Squarespace. Let's get drunk.
So here's what will happen if you attempt to do that. If you go to squarespace.com/got an idea, it will say, we couldn't find what you're looking for because that's a domain that isn't apparently there.
Well, not yet. They haven't set it up yet because this episode hasn't gone live yet, but it will.
I think the problem here is that anybody
They're not paying
could
us enough?
pluck up that domain and then we promoted them. And what if they're just awful? What if they hate bestists?
Well, they won't because it's going to be the best.
All right. So giving us money, huh? That's like,
Yeah, that's universal truth, dude. Where you been?
okay. I mean, I like receiving money. It can be conflicting sometimes. But tips are good. Tips always make me feel good because usually I did something to earn it. And then it's
Okay.
just sort of an acknowledgement. It's like, I just like tipping. It's like, I know that it's controversial in a sense because like restaurants that eliminate tipping and instead pay a higher wage are like more controversial but like fair or whatever, and that's cool. But tipping is also, affirming. It just
Sure.
if you're
it's like, hey,
jerk.
I appreciate you. Like, I would like to see like every profession incorporate tipping. Like not just like waiters and shit, but like you go through the checkout line at the grocery store and you're like, hey, you scanned my stuff real good. Here's $5.
Yo, that was a funny little joke we shared just now while we were scanning my shit. Here's a $5.
Yeah,
Don't even feel weird about it.
absolutely.
Keep the change, by which I mean don't even change this money for different money because this is just your tip.
Yeah.
So here's something I'm a little bit concerned about with this already, is that we're launching with tip ethics.
Well, you're the one that brought up tipping. I'm saying like what is best in life is to give us money in and of itself. Like we don't have to do a thing.
But what I'm worried about is that our followers, our cultists, our bestists,
Bestest.
that they will think that then giving us money, but then using it as an opportunity to spread the good word might be that like, they, I'm going to give you a note that says your tip has been donated to the Bestest Foundation or something like that. And that's just that's bad juju. Right? Because then the server is like, oh, Bestists don't tip.
Yeah, no, that's
How is that
suboptimal.
best? They're not practicing what they're preaching.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like they should not also tip. I mean, like unless they live on like a compound or something where we control
Okay.
like all of that.
Tenant number
Tenant
two. Are we gonna keep him on a compound? Tenant number 3. We're gonna marry him and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just a given. I mean everybody just gonna get hitched.
So it's gonna be one of those mass marrying things, like the
Well, no. We're gonna
Moonies?
separate it out by horoscope sign. So all the Libras get hitched, and all the
Ah.
Capricorns get hitched, and all the Pisceses get
Eh,
hitched together.
they do get shit, but also
So we're gonna have like 12 different communal sort of family lines.
I see what you're doing. It's like the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's originally how that shit shook out. Like, they don't say it in the Bible, but each of the 12 sons, they were each born in different zodiac signs.
I think that. Wait, is there actually some correlation there though? Because like I feel like that somebody has posed that theory before.
Yes.
All right, sure. So inconclusive. But like it sounds like a thing that would be a thing that someone would
Yup.
make that connection.
Sure.
All right. So anyway,
It's part of our doctrine.
yeah. So we got the zodiac signs. We got the mass marriages. We've now made 12 tribes.
Sure.
They are on the compound.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, we've got external agents who are out there earning money to give us money. And then
the compound we bought with the money that was brought in.
They're the true believers who are here on the compound. They've
Right.
separated themselves up from the world, and they've dedicated themselves to being in the compound and, again, giving us money.
Right.
Which they will earn by gold farming in World of Warcraft.
Is that our best source of income? I mean,
It was the first thing that came to mind, I'm going to be honest.
I feel like isn't there some sort of thing where like you pedal a bike and then it like charges a battery or something like that?
Yeah, we can have them generating electricity.
Yeah, like
cool.
can't we just, if we're gonna just exchange labor for money, sort of
We'll just have them run and then sell that back to the power grid.
it's actually it's kind of slavery actually, isn't it?
A little bit.
But if it's serving a purpose, if it's servitude,
the best
purpose, then that is really giving them purpose.
We need to make this efficient. We need to streamline this.
Okay.
What is the best way that a human being living on a compound can spend their day to earn money to give to us?
Okay, so you said the World of Warcraft gold farming.
That's one option.
You said I was suggesting like cycling, which is like, I mean, I it's cardio.
Yeah. They could write terrible fanfics and then get them published on like self-publishing on Amazon.
But does that really bring in like a bunch of bucks?
Well, I mean, Chuck Tingle's rolling in it.
Okay.
I'm saying we could get like a compound full of dozens of Chuck Tingles.
Okay, here's an idea. What if, not unlike a Patreon, there was like a ladder system of rewards where if you're bringing in zilch, we might have some sort of commune food for you, some rations, but you're living as like the lower, like you're really just at the bottom rung. Whereas maybe someone is the next Chuck Tingle farmed out of our little commune.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also like World of Warcraft gold farming on the side. They're bringing in like they're like the top earner.
No reason you can't do both at the same time. You're gold farming and then you're just dictating out the novels.
Exactly.
As you go.
Exactly. Yeah. So they got that going on. Why not have that be our like, and I mean, we're obviously the top two.
Yeah.
And then that guy's like pretty much number 3.
But sure.
Like honorary.
The most money, and
obviously,
so therefore,
obviously he can't do shit, but he's like influential compared to the other followers. Like there's something to work towards.
Yeah. So here's the question: are his rewards for this virtuous behavior in heaven, or are they here on earth? Is he not having a pride of place and better food, better whatever here on the compound, or do we teach them that rewards await this person in the afterlife?
Well, I feel like I don't know how real this is gonna get now, because I feel like you sort of incentivize the bottom rung folk by giving it spiritual components, but then as you get up, it's like hey, these perk benefits of the material world, pretty good, right? We can give you some more if you keep earning. So it sort of gets more
So a
materialistic
little of
as you go up.
both.
So a little both, but then I just think that's just kind of like a metaphor for a lot of religions in general, where like,
yeah, no, we're not really breaking new ground on this one.
and that's kind of shitty. I mean, I don't
So
mean
we
to
need to
shine a
we need
spotlight
to
on that.
we need to 180 this bitch. We need to or at
Oh.
least 90 this bitch.
So it gets spiritual at the top, but it's purely materialistic at the bottom.
Okay. So the better you get as you go, the more your rewards are being banked in the eternal realm rather than simply being here on Earth where you use it and it's gone.
That's actually kind of cool concept. Like it's sort of like I don't know if this is all Buddhism, but like the immaterial teachings, that as you're going up, you're focusing less on material things, and you're sort of. Oh, actually, you know what it's kind of like? You remember in Earthbound the training that Pooh went under? Was it Moo training? I think it was Moo training. And he like the spirit visits him and like, I'm gonna take away your arms. Are you okay with this? Yes. Are you gonna take away your legs? Are you okay with this? Yes. It's sort of similar to that, where it's like, all right, you've been working your way up the chain. I gave you this. You reached this level and you got this sweet watch. But in order to advance, I need to take this away because you're gonna get that spiritual version instead.
So hang on. You know how like the ancient Egyptians, the pharaohs and stuff,
Yeah.
they would bury themselves with their material possessions so that eternal versions of those material possessions would be with them in the afterlife. This is the same sort of thing, right? Like you've got all your material possessions with you, and then when you attain another level, I take one of your material possessions away from you. I destroy it while you're watching, but in the act of me destroying it, it becomes linked to your spirit, so you now will have that thing in perpetuity in the next life.
Here's the one problem with that destroying it part, is the actual economy of this makes it hard to just like wreck a resource like that.
Okay. So instead of destroying it, you give it to us, giving us things, which again, that's the best thing in life.
Yeah.
And then in the giving of it to us, the spiritual version is imparted to you.
So let's say, for example, you're at a mid-high level, and you in a previous level like leveled up to like a gold band with like some diamonds in it, or like a gold band with a bunch of gemstones in it, and it's like, are you ready to give this up to graduate to the next level? They say yes. They hand it over to us. We smelt it down, keep the gold, take all those little gemstones, deliver it to the new guys. Where it's like you each get a gem because you've been loyal.
Right.
Here's your first gem. It will teach you more about the spiritual ways as you advance. But really, it's just like that gemstone turns into a gold arm, then like a bigger gold armlet, then like the same band that will then get melted down, and we've got a system in place. Like we keep recycling it.
A lot of this is based on smelting then.
Well, the smelting is just so that we have the gold still available.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not real good at it.
But like hypothetically, if the money they were bringing in was like gold.
Okay, so they're not bringing us like dollar bills. They're going out and bringing us ore.
Well, like the equivalent thereof.
Okay.
Like even if it's just like I saved up, I sold all my stuff, and I was able to get you like I only had like $2,000 worth of stuff, but I got you an ounce. I got you a gold ounce, and it's like you've done well. Here's a gem. We'll take that gold. Thank you. Here's a gem. This is the gem that will spiritually teach you the next level.
Cool.
And then we take that gold coin, we use that cash to further resources. But then we have to sort of like we have to keep the leveling up going. We actually like, if we could have progress bars, like if we could give them apps to chart their spiritual growth.
Well, I mean, that's the big shit right now, right? Is gamifying everything. If you can gamify like weight loss or something, then it really motivates people. All we really need to do here is gamify people's spiritual enlightenment.
And you know what I think is actually kind of a cool idea about this is that, like, I'm picturing the smelter is actually like our number 3 or our number 4 or whoever, where it's like it's a guy that's just wearing gold robes and like just looks ornate as fuck. But that's the flagship guy that we show off to the youngins, where it's like you could be like. You could look as sick as this guy if you keep serving. You could like be wearing gold all day long, just like all the best benefits at the top here. But then at the top, that smelter, that wardrobe means nothing to him.
Right.
That's like he wears it in the interest of inspiring those to keep climbing the ladder. But it's like he doesn't give two shits.
Sort of like the Pope.
Yeah.
Like all that gold the Pope has, like he doesn't care about that because otherwise he'd be a hypocrite.
I mean, you know that whole getting real thing that we were just addressing? Feeling like that's a little maybe a little too real, but I mean accurate, but like maybe too real. Let's like take. I see the direction you're driving this car down. I'm just saying, you know, we could hire on the Pope to be our number 3. Yeah, maybe he's ready to just like get taken up by bestism. And I think that best is, you know, what everybody's really trying for. They want to be the best. They want to be the very best like no one ever was.
I'm glad you went that way. I was exactly thinking like that's the same sort of thing here. Yeah. Is that's what Pokemon and indeed all when you get right down to it, all works of popular culture, the intrinsic message there is the same, which is want to be the best, right? And the way to be the best is to give Mason and Luke Williams money.
I think that I don't know which direction to take this in, because on the one hand, it's like you've sort of taken the wheel and like turned the car towards Catholicism, and it's like I'm worried we're gonna just run down some of our Catholic friends.
Well, I just aimed it at that because they've got a head guy, right? Like there isn't really the equivalent unless you count like the Dalai Lama,
right? But I'm thinking like on the one hand,
more religions should have a head guy.
They are fun.
Yeah,
they are fun guys. There's a mushroom.
And, you know, here's a radical thought. Maybe one of them could be, I don't know, female. That'd be cool.
You know what? Can we get on that, folks?
Somebody? One of you guys religion? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this a quest. All y'all religions with head people, or if you don't have head people, get head people. First one to have a female head person, you win a bunch of points in bestism, which is what you're all really going for at the end of the day. We'll count it as the equivalent as like.
Okay, I feel like there's something else missing here. I mean, I want to lead by example. Mm-hmm. If we want to have like that spiritual leader be female, mm-hmm. can we be like? Can this sort of be like? You got your figurehead. What am I trying to say?
Well, now I'm not saying that we should even necessarily be the leaders of this cult. Like we are the recipients of the money, but I don't think that we're necessarily in leadership roles because, quite frankly, that's work. So we get someone else to be effectively the CEO of this. We're just the owners, but we get like a CEO, right? Hire someone on for that. Well, and she can be female.
Yeah, the CEO is going to be the face, right?
Yeah, you gotta have your face.
So you know what you do. Okay. My apologies to any of our faceless listeners, but
yeah, no disrespect to you if you don't have a face.
You really gotta have a face, but
just get a face, man. Just go out and get a face.
So this lady, this nice lady. Oi, nice lady.
That's the Jerry Lewis. Yes, see that right there. That's why we deserve all the money. Yeah.
You can tell that we deserve it. Then
because we're referencing this entertainer who's just so great and relevant.
I know.
To our generation. Yeah.
So she is the face. She
Yes.
talks about the good tenets of giving Luke and Mason money.
Right. Right.
I think the angle there is because we are the humans that are in the material world that can best spend that money
on ourselves.
Invest that money.
Invest. Oh, right. Okay.
So and then because of that, the only way that that's possible is that if she is, at least the story we spin is she is above the material world. She is like human plus.
Yeah.
Right? So it
would be super convenient if we could find someone who, like, for example, doesn't ever age or get sick. Like, that would be the best.
Okay. So we got the top 4 admin at the top. We got Face Lady.
Yeah.
Facey, we'll call her.
Sure. That's a name.
Like Stacy, but with an F instead of an ST. Facey.
Facey's mom.
Facey.
Got it going.
Facey Ann.
Facey Ann.
Facey Ann at the top. The two of us.
Right.
Second and third. The recipients. That can be our title. Recipient Mason, recipient Luke.
It is the burden we bear.
That
we accept your money.
Unnecessary evil. We understand. And then number 4, the Pope.
Is the Pope. Okay.
And
is he our smelter?
He is the smelter. Smelter
He's
Pope.
The smelter. Okay.
He's
smelter
there
Pope.
to just take the gold and make it better for us.
We're just poaching the head talent from the Catholics at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was kind of what I was thinking about like turning the card towards the Catholics, is that like on the one hand I want to be like bestism, its own thing, not like any other major religion at all. On the other hand, what if it was just kind of like Catholicism too? I guess that's just Protestantism, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of what happened in much the same way that Mormonism became Protestantism too. Yeah.
Yeah, or Catholicism 3, which was kind of like Judaism 2.
Yes.
So is Mormonism just Judaism 4?
Yes. Yes, it is.
There's... Okay, cool. Next thing.
Alternately, like Christianity before it split from Catholicism and Protestantism was arguably the progenitor of Islam, and Islam is the progenitor of Baha'i.
Yeah, it goes in a couple different chains, doesn't it?
Yeah, just the development.
There's a tree.
There's a tree.
And
religion really is like a living thing. It's a mimetic organism, right? So you have a branching tree, and we're trying to start the root of our own tree right now. But we need to protect against that forking, because I think if we have forking, then we're getting away from the constant, which is give Mason Luke money. If we have like a secondary offshoot sect, they're not going to give the same money to the same us, and that's not good. So how do we... I tell you how we prevent forking is one of the best ways to keep shit together. We're gonna have some scripture.
I guess. I mean, do you want to write it? Because I don't want to write it.
I can write scripture. Well, I mean, if we get one of those Chuck Tingle guys who's really good at it, we can have him write it.
I feel like you could just kind of get some of the main concepts together and then just have it ghostwritten. Just Craigslist, Fiverr.
Yeah.
Fiverr it.
You just, hey, could you do us a favor and whip us up a quick Bible?
Pen us a couple chapters of this thing, this concept.
I mean, we're not going to pay you, but you'll get a lot of exposure.
You really will. I mean,
so much exposure.
It will be read religiously.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a joke from Luke just now.
Good joke.
So here's
Good joke, Luke.
So here's a new direction I want to take this in. I think the scripture thing can happen. I'm not too worried about that. I know you're a very creative guy. You've done a lot of writing. I'm just gonna hand that one off to you. I will take on a different half of creation. Actually, I want this still to be collaborative, so we won't. If you want to assign me something else, that's fair. But I want to kind of talk this one through for you. We need some symbology.
Okay.
All right. So what's our symbol? What's our crest? And also, is it the new logo for our show?
I'm gonna say a bottle of Squarespace vodka.
God damn it! That's not logo ready.
But you just take the Squarespace logo, you put it on a bottle of vodka. You're good to go, and that's the emblem of our church.
/podcast.
Yes.
It's not. But
why not?
Because I already designed this one that they're looking at right now. Did you see that thing that just happened where I said you looked at it right now and you actually did it? That's how you know we're telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, get on it, folks. Little money muns in our our pockets, please. How can they do that, Mason? How can they give us money?
Well, best way that they can either give us money or get money to give to us. There's this wonderful new service out. Folks, I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about Squarespace.
Okay.
You probably already know Squarespace makes premium liquors and seasonings and, delicious, just ready recipes that come to your door. But did you know Squarespace also makes shirts? It's true. You can whip up some shirts, custom logo. Squarespace makes them for pennies. You buy them in bulk, sell them to all your friends and family, huge markup, and then pass those profits along to Mason and Luke.
Yes, us, please.
Don't keep them. Not yourself. Not back to Squarespace. That would be silly. I would just put it in a loop.
I know the temptation will be there to sort of hang on to that money that you'll get, but you'll know that
deep down in your heart,
because of the reason, because of how you got here, you'll know that you want it to go to us. It'll be the right thing. It will feel right. I think it will feel right.
It'll feel so right
to give us money.
Always.
I was more specifically at the angling for a check or money order, PayPal.
Well, I mean gold, right?
That is true. We did want the gold angle. So I guess just kind of keep saving it up until you can do even like a quarter ounce. We'll take a quarter ounce.
like this is something you can actually just pick up at your favorite bulk food store. Is they have that edible gold leaf? That's actually real gold.
I thought you were gonna say golden grams.
No, God no. No, go get the edible gold leaf that they sell there, the little packets. You can pick up a little packet of that shit for $20. And just every couple of weeks, just get a couple of more of those packets, bring it on home, melt it down. You can do it easy enough on your stovetop.
That's actually a really bad idea.
And then once you've got enough to make a little brick, then just track us down, either one of us, whichever one of us is physically closer to you, and just give it to us.
Just give us some gold.
Don't touch us directly, just throw it. Just throw it in our general direction.
I think this is the whole yin and yang thing that we have going, is that we both speak the truth. But my brother has some of the bad advice. And then I have some of the good advice, and that brings the balance. And I don't think you should throw large, heavy objects at us.
Well, it wouldn't be that. Well, let's be realistic. It's not going to be that heavy. It's going to be maybe the size of a baseball and maybe the weight of a cinder ball.
Dude, a baseball?
Well, I mean, our listeners are very industrious.
Quick approximation, but that would be at least $100,000 to do a baseball of gold.
Yeah, a solid gold baseball, just wing it at my head or Luke's head, whichever one of us is closer to you. Just wing it right at us and then run away.
Can you just at least give us a yo, heads up? Just give us a little shout before you do that. Because I would rather not be surprised by a baseball of any material at the nog.
Certainly not one of the densest materials on the planet.
Yeah, you know, it will be kind of hard to throw that.
Yeah.
It's going to be heavy. It's like a shot put ball.
Yeah. You got more of a shot put motion than a fastball motion.
Right.
Or alternately, I guess if you are above us, you could just drop it.
Okay, let's talk more cult shop talk.
Right.
We have a symbol I'm not totally sold on yet. The Squarespace. Let me try that one more time. I've been having a lot of Squarespace vodka, so it makes it hard to say. Squarespace vodka. Right. You know, you could put that on a shirt, but we specifically are just talking about that being the symbol for our cult. Bestism. Yeah. All right, go ahead and put a Wikipedia article up if you haven't done that already. That would be the first contribution. That's like there's little tasks like that you could sign up for.
It's effectively the same as giving us money. Yeah, if you do things for us, that has a cash equivalent. Mm-hmm. And your treasures are being stored up in heaven.
Mm-hmm. The main thing being, give us money.
Yes.
What else we got? We got Facey Ann at the top. Yeah. We got Pope is number 4.
Popey
we got our. Don't fuse them together. That's you know, preposterous.
Okay.
Got to keep this sacred.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm just kind of caught up in what Googling bestism actually provided. And I'm not. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Yeah, it's not a thing. So like, legitimately, if we wanted to take bestism. It's ours.
Sweet.
So, cool. Good name.
Yup.
Whoever came up with that, smart guy.
Well, whichever one of us that was a few minutes ago. We could rewind the tape and see who it is, but I don't think we need to, because quite frankly, we function as a unit.
Yep. We're just sort of one truth machine.
Yep.
Okay, what else does a cult need?
Robes.
But it's like, okay, so is the robe like you have to earn your robe by doing the first like loyalty test thing? Like you want robes like as soon as possible, or are robes like a next level kind of thing?
I'm thinking just basically that's like one of the things, like level 1. You get that with the first little jewel. You get a little jewel, and you get a little robe, and the robe's got a pocket, and so you can carry your little jewel around in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's like not beginner, but like level 1, level 2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
and
robes.
Then as it goes on, you get a robe with a longer and longer hem length. So when you first sign up, it's like just below the junk. And then as you go, it goes to like mid-thigh, knee, mid-shin, and then...
if you can't see the ankles, you have reached peak discretion.
Mm-hmm.
And you're closer to...
Us.
Well, it's not us. It's not proximity to us. We're not claiming to be...
No, we are merely
like
whenever money is given to us, that gives you treasures in heaven. Like, that doesn't mean that we are awesome. I mean, we are awesome, but that's entirely coincidental.
We are. That's just coincidence.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess my curiosity is, we aren't going to be sort of spiritual examples as much as the recipients. We're like the mortals in the middle here, caught in the middle.
Yeah, do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah. What else will differentiate the low level, the mid level, the high level? Like we gotta gamify this by having, because here's if Overwatch has taught me anything, it's that you shouldn't spend more than like I don't know, half an hour to an hour. I'm going to say maybe an hour and a half without leveling up something. And your performance needs to help with the leveling up.
Okay,
It is a very addictive game.
Tying into Overwatch.
Yeah.
What do you get for Overwatch? Like, you get different skins. I don't think we want to provide different skins. You get different poses, which I think is fun. You can unlock different poses. But another thing you get, sprays.
There are sprays.
So as you attain levels with us, as you just become better and better cultists, you get the ability to just tag up your neighborhood with better and better insignias for yourself that also promote the tenets of Vesticin.
And that would be our symbol.
Yes, the Squarespace vodka bottle, yeah.
I'm really not sold on that one so much. I wanted something a little more. Okay, like take a look at the the symbol for Christianity, cross, the Jesus execution thing.
Yeah, but I mean, you can simplify that down to just like 2 perpendicular lines. So it's a beautiful, like, really simplistic symbol. So we need something that's easy to doodle.
And like the behind 9-pointed star is like more complex, but still speaking a lot to the tenets of their 9 prophets. So it's like, I think we need to somehow still very specifically and directly structure our main symbol after our hierarchy. Like, it needs to be...
So clearly what we need is something that shows in the symbol us. So I'm thinking very simplistic now, not caricatures of our faces, because not everybody can draw that well, but just 2 circles, each representing our heads, right? Side by side, because we're equals in this.
Yeah.
Depending on how you feel about us, maybe one could droop a little lower. I don't know. But you have like the 2 circles side by side, and then just have like a holy aura sort of around that. And then extending upwards from that, just like a shaft
just
of
this
divinity.
Long tube of
light extending up from the two circles, and then just sort of cap it with like sort of like a mushroom kind of looking thing to symbolize the growth that you will have in the higher realm.
Right. And it's sort of a fun guy, because I made that joke earlier. That's just tying that back in. Right.
Yeah.
And this lady at the top, she's Facey Ann. She's very, very specifically a model of femininity, but also one of the guys, like a fun guy. Right?
Sure.
Then we got the Pope, who in this case is going to be sort of like a radiant star just underneath.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there's the two spheres. Maybe one of them's drooping a little bit, but we got the two circles. And then underneath that we have just think like, a kid drawing a sun, where it's just got kind of like a spider-esque sort of shape, like a little center dot and then some spokes coming out of it.
Right, because that represents the unification of humanity. They're all coming together in one central purpose, which is giving us money. And so they just sort of all cluster together. And then the focus, the eyes are naturally drawn upwards to the 2 heads, upwards from that to the shaft of celestial light, upwards from that
to the cap. But even the cap, okay, but it doesn't stop at the cap, because we need spiritual enlightenment here. We need there to be sort of like a release at the top. Coming out of that cap. Sort of an ethereal, just sort of... I mean...
like a bunch of ectoplasm just coming out the top there.
Some ectoplasm that's sort of like... It almost looks like a genie coming out of a bottle.
Sure. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Right. And then, okay, so then the followers... got to be included in this. They're going up to the closest that they can get to that Pope. So it's kind of like there's this cone shape with the many at the bottom, the few that follow the path. So it's sort of like a pyramid shape going up towards that main holy man figure in the center.
Right.
Right. I also think that like all of this is contained within the far left and the far right. So there's sort of like two. Is this getting too complicated?
It kind of is, yeah. Like I again, we want to get something as simplistic as a cross, where you could just sketch it in the back of an envelope and people will know what it is, right?
I really want people sketching this as much as possible.
Yes, please.
But yeah, sketch it on the back of the envelope when you're making your donations to us.
Absolutely.
And that will be your best use of that money.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So, I don't know what's left. I think we kind of got this baby started, and it's never.
Can we make them shave their heads or no?
Maybe we get them to shave their butts.
There we go. Yes, it is the mark of our followers that you must have a shorn butt, no butt hair.
And if you really are going to go the whole 9 yards here and like really try for that disciplined butt shaving, you do it with a straight razor.
Ooh, yeah.
On yourself, right? Like, don't shave each other's butts. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, no, that would be weird.
But then, okay, so we got these nice, hopefully not nicked and fully smooth shaved butted followers. And that could be
that's why we have the robes with the graduated lengths, right? Because if you're a newbie and you don't know how to shave your ass properly, everyone's going to be able to see and give you tips.
That's true. And then, hopefully they can humble themselves towards a smoother, more perfect butt.
The perfect butt for which we all strive.
Yes. So they shave their butts. They give us money. We got the structure down. We got the symbol down. We got the name. Do you want to comment on the actual like afterlife part or like whatever else?
Just the more you give, the better it is. That's
yeah,
just
really.
How that goes.
Just don't worry about that other stuff. Like you're gonna learn more as you go. Really, the important part is that you give us money.
Okay, so where are we on commandments? Like, are there things they're not supposed to eat? Are there, like, things they're not supposed to say?
I'm gonna say no asparagus.
Everything else is cool?
Everything, yeah, I think the rest is all good. I just don't really like it.
Yeah, that is good.
So,
make your piece smell weird.
Anything
fairly unholy.
Good? Like any good thing there's like don't eat asparagus. Instead eat
olives.
Yes, also green.
Oh no, wait, hang on. No. Back it up.
Okay.
Fuck
olives.
Asparagus makes your pee smell weird. That's why it's unholy.
Right.
So
you gonna go pineapple?
No.
Okay.
Pineapple makes your jizz smell. Beets makes your pee pink.
What? Well, I mean, I have had the like the dumpage after a beet sesh, and then
it's in the pee. Have you not noticed it's in the pee? Eat some beets right now.
I wasn't planning on it, but I mean,
eat a beet, come back.
If I did,
have pink pee.
I would have pink pee.
Yes.
So is that part of it too? We gonna want to pink up their pee?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
I certainly don't see why not.
Pink peed, smooth butted followers on their way up the chain as they go. Up that
ladder. Climb that ladder.
As they go, they think it's going to be more material at the top, but it's actually a little switcheroo and it's more spiritual at the top. They give up the material stuff back to us to recycle back down.
Because that's what is best.
We got the structure up at the top. We got the symbol. We got the name. I think bestism's done. I mean, other than follow it, I don't know if there's much else there, right? We good?
We nailed it.
We good. Okay. So this has been, hey, I've got an idea.
It has.
Please rate us on iTunes.
Please do.
If you want to take your best shot at drawing that symbol, you can send that little picture, little fan art,
We would love it.
we would love it in envelope donation form. But also, if you want to just like take a little snap of your doodle, you can take that snap and send it to our Twitter.
Yes.
Tweet it at us at HIGAI show. That's HIGAI show for Hey, I've Got an Idea.
User. That's the Twitter user.
That's the one. This is still the very genesis of our launch. Please help support us. It makes a big difference if we start strong. Yeah, tell a friend.
Sure.
If you had a little laugh sesh, or maybe even just a smile, or even just a wink of a breath of a smile on a baby's breath.
Yeah.
You can do that. So I believe the ball is back in your court, sir.
You're gosh darn right it is. And let me tell you, there's one thing that we need. See, we've established there's a cult. We've established they need to give us money.
Yep.
But you know what? Money and gold and all that stuff, it's just so inconvenient. I think we need to invent a better currency.
Currency is up next.
We gotta make that money and literally make some money. Yes.
So we're gonna make it rain with our brand new best currency for you.
The best that you can then give to us
next week. If you would kindly sign us off.
You know I will. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for listening to Hey, I Got an Idea.
Yes,
and
thank
remember,
you.
Suck Grimace's dick.
Suck Grimace's
Big
dick.
Purple dick. Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Suck it.
Yep.
Okay, Bob.
Yep.
Okay, Bob.
Yep.
Okay, Bob.
Yep.
Okay. Like that?
Yep.